The desk is empty at the moment. It's going to be full very shortly. We got to talk about some things here. Okay. Brownie's not keeping that pick guard. There's new plans for Brownie. Here's what I found out, and here's a good piece of wisdom and advice. It's not wise to have two guitars with the same pickups in them and the same setup, because you're always comparing and contrasting the two, and you can't appreciate one for what it is. And Brownie's mine, and I don't want to have the same pickup system in Brownie as I have in Red. So what's going to happen is the pick guard from Brownie is going to go into Red. That's going to tame down the aesthetic, and I'm going from covered to uncovered humbucker. I think it's gonna look sharp, and Silver Pearl is a loud pickguard. You're making a statement with a Silver Pearl pickguard. I'll pick this thing up. We'll talk about it. Silver Pearl is making a hell of a statement on its own. I've had Silver Pearl on the blue. Okay. As Tyler and cars go, I'm sorry, Tyler, I keep mentioning you, man, but it all ties in together and helps me tie shit in. Tyler and cars is like me with guitars. I hold on to cars for quite a while, but guitars are very subject to change at any moment. What happened was I seen this thing hanging on the wall. It's American Deluxe V-neck Stratocaster. The V-neck is a very comfy shape for my hands. It's a little larger neck than what's on most contemporary Strats, and it just feels like home to the playing hand. Well, I had the blue guitar. I love the blue guitar. I still love the blue guitar. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure you can tie this in with vehicles. I can too. But like, it's easier to let go of something sentimentally attached to you. Like, I was sentimentally attached to that damn guitar because I put it together. And it had this Silver Pearl pickguard. But it also had a neck that was 800 thousandths at the nut end, and it went up to about 850. And with my bear paws, it literally playing a gig, and that was my gigging guitar. But playing a gig, by the end of it, I mean, I was doing all I could to stay playing and stay comfortable. The V-neck is not like that. It's basically what it is. The bigger your hands are, the bigger the neck, generally, to make you feel comfortable. And, you know, this Strat's got, it's at least 900 or 950 at the nut, and it's about 900, 950 at the heel. So it's not got much taper to it. It might be 875 up there. Maybe 875 to 950. 900 to 950. There's a cool way you can tell how thick a Strat neck is if you're a machinist. Can see measurements good just by your eye. A Strat neck begins at the bottom of the headstock and the heel. Okay, it begins as a 1-inch plank of wood. Okay, it stays 1 inch at the heel, minus whatever, for carving a radius in the finger. Okay, it stays an inch at the heel. What happens at the headstock is they take a half inch off the top to so you can have brake angle over the nut. They take a half inch off the top to set the tuners down. Okay, so if you look at the back of the neck, okay, how do I show this on camera? If you look right here, and that right there, and see what that is to that, you can pretty much tell how thick the neck is. And from there to there, those two places where it goes from an inch to carve. Okay, it started as an inch there. So it's still an inch at the heel where it's flat. And then where it gets into the carve, it's a little thinner, but not much. I would probably say 50 thousandths. No, nothing more than 16th at either end feels like it. Well, it feels like it could be an eighth at the nut end. It's usually thinner at the nut end for your cowboy cords and shit. It's just the way a neck is shaped. Well, anyway, silver pearls coming out of here. Okay, we've established that. Silver pearls coming out of there. Now, brownie. Okay. So, brownie is losing its entire pickguard. Nothing on this desk is not going to hurt this finish, I promise you. And you always put sandpaper on your desk or abrasive face down. Just saying. There's a couple little tips for you. I made that one rag just dirtier than hell, messing around with that damn I was messing with that damn leveling beam. I still got some sickness. Fuck me. So let's turn the soldering iron on. What I want to do is I want to leave these two braided intact coming off the guard. So I'm gonna take the jack plate off, unsolder it at the jack, pull it through, and then I'll take this ground here. I think I might just clip them, honestly. It's well, let's see if I can. I don't want to fuck up where these other grounds are coming in is the thing. See, there's kind of a judicious fine line between when to just clip the sons of bitches and when to pull them off and have them be all straight and preserve all the length of wire, yada yada yada. I think I'm gonna make the executive fucking decision to clip here because I don't think I'm going to use them again, honestly. So, if I remember right, you don't ground a set of actives to the claw. But I could be remembering fucking wrong. So, keep a length of wire. Make sure nothing else is caught in the crossfire. Get down as close as you can. Give it a clip. Okay. So that part's solved. We didn't need the soldering iron for that. It's pretty damn straightforward. Jack has to come out. We need this trusty guy here, the adjustable wrench. I think I can do it with the adjustable and not have to. Yeah, we're good. Man, we'll have to leave and go get a fucking socket. This jack is a switchcraft jack, and it'll be saved in the parts hoard. But EMGs use their own stereo jack to turn the pickups on. This is getting EMGs in it. I was gonna do EMGs and a Fishman piezo bridge on the American. I was gonna do both, but I've come to my senses and realized that might be a fucking nightmare. Because the thing is, the EMGs have a circuit board behind the pots. They're not just point-to-point wire. It's a circuit board. What I would do on that set, because EMGs, if you take the tone pot out, it still just sounds like the tone pot's on 10 because they're active. They're very, very low impedance pickups, and then they take a very super weak signal, and there's a small preamp in the guitar that shoots that signal out at what a passive pickup would do. It's not that they sound hotter, but they're not actually hotter. It's because you got an onboard fucking preamp. Well, that's fine and dandy. I could have done that and been okay. But the shitter of the deal is, I can't take the tone pot out on them EMGs because of that circuit board. I don't want to add a fourth knob Pete Townsend style, because I've seen how they do a Pete Townsend guitar, and they cut about a 2x2 spot out of the back of the fucking guitar behind the bridge. No. Too much wood taken out for another space for a potentiometer to be gained. Bullshit. Not doing it. Especially not doing it to a fucking American Deluxe. The thing about modifying Stratocasters is you don't do anything that's irreversible unless you're committed to it and you're going to keep it forever. I'm not honestly not convinced to keep a candy apple red body. I might change the body. That's why I'm going with the cream pickguard, because it's neutral. And I think it'll look better on the red if I keep the red. But when you know people, you can get to swapping bodies and shit pretty easy. It's not too hard. Especially when you know a guy who might want a red guitar. Be like, man, I got a nice red American body. You got any American bodies? Well, yeah, I got an American body. And then, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Guitar together. It's the beauty of the Stratocaster. You can't do that shit with a Les Paul. Oh, they got more sustain. Horse shit. They have a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's not anything to do with the fucking neck joint. It's just overall mass. It's just overall mass. It's not anything to do with a bolt-on versus a set neck. There's a guy, crazy. He's a little out there at times, but a lot of shit he's quite right on. Scott Grove. That'll be a polarizing fucking guy to you, the viewer. You'll either love him or hate him. He's alright. I don't think no wrong of him. The guy's had enough fucking strokes to wonder he can function at all. And he can make YouTube videos. I mean, he's kind of a dick, but, fuck. Guess where the solder sucker is? Fuck. It'll be okay. It's not gonna hurt anything. If it does, it's my own fucking guitar and it doesn't matter. See, I'm showing you guys work on my own shit. This is my own stuff. This is how I know what's gonna hurt it and what's not. Educated enough that I feel comfortable doing certain things certain ways. Oh, fucking wire. I didn't think it was gonna come off. Okay. That's nice pushback shit. I keep the same kind because it makes a nice, neat soldering job. It might have been a bad idea to loosen up this jack and then come into it with the fucking solder. Come on, girl. Whew. It's okay it flew across the fucking desk. It's just a jack blade. There's nothing nitro finished over there. Cool. So Switchcraft is out. Honestly, I never liked the way this jack felt. It's too damn stiff. But that's me. My views of the world. Switchcraft in the bin. There will be something come along sometime that'll need a fucking Switchcraft and I won't have to buy it. That's why you save things. Loaded pick guard out. Just like that. It's out. So, that being said, what can we do? Fun and exciting for YouTube, for your numbers. We can put the fucking neck back on. Can't we? We can. Alright. Stand the body up in front of you. Get your plate. This still has its C is like the European UL. For those of you who might be wondering, that's what CE is. If you ever see that on the label, it's like a European version of the United Laboratories, which is UL here in the States. Underwriters Laboratories, my bad. So these are not really an interference fit with the body. They have a little bit of thread engagement, but they're not an interference fit. Okay, and this paper here moving, and I was like, what the hell is making that noise? So I'm gonna go on here across from this guy. And what I'm gonna do is hand start all four of these. I guess I could have got some fucking candle wax on it, but yeah, let's put candle wax on them. We ain't too deep into the damn process. Lean my big ass over here. Waiting for that comment day to come. You're fat. Well, tell me something I don't fucking know already. Please. Tell me something I'm not fucking fully aware. Just waiting for that comment day to come. And you guys have heard it here first. What the hell they will hear. You know, it just ain't worth the time. A lot of times to say anything to some jackass on fucking YouTube. Sometimes I think it's warranted. Because sometimes people are just fucking hateful for no damn reason. Just gotta live through your life being a miserable son of a bitch, making everybody fucking miserable around you. That's the kind of person that spews vitriol and hate on fucking YouTube. And yeah, I'm a little fired up fucking speaking about it, but I think you should be good to everybody. Treat everybody the way you'd want to be treated. Not just treat people like shit for the sport of it. That's something I'll speak against quite highly. Bringing a power tool in the mix. Oh shit. So what I want to do is I want to turn the torque all the way down on the clutch. We ain't driving these home with a fucking screw gun. We're just getting them in position here. Some of this wax I put on is gonna squirt out on the other side, and that'll be alright. So we got a little tip poking through there. What I want to do is kind of make dowel pins, okay? Make yourself some dowel pins. It'll help you. So basically I got about 1/8 of an inch poking out. Not much of anything. And that'll help me dowel the screw holes on the neck without making a big old fucking fuss about trying to find it and line it up, all that horse shit. This ain't gotta be that hard. So what you wanna do, put it in front of you. You just wanna check it and see what kind of pocket it is. What it should do is it should be it should be a precise fit, but not super tight. So can it away. Now you can't see any of this shit. Can it towards you. Okay, you're looking at the body face on. Can it towards you. And then tilt it back into its spot. Okay. And then push down towards the bridge and then push in towards the pocket. You should be lined up with your screws. Now take hand damn screwdriver. Hand damn screwdriver. Not no fucking power tool. This is important. Hand screwdriver. When I know I have some thread engagement with the neck, I'll stop with the hand screwdriver. But you have to make sure that that screw transitioning from the body into the neck is going into the damn screw hole. So basically turn it sideways and make sure that neck's still sitting flat as you get these screws to start engaging. You don't have to do the whole job by hand, but you do have to engage the threads by hand to be safe. I mean, we're putting a neck on a guitar. Now what I want to do now for the plate, well, let's do it with a power drill. Just take the power drill there. Use your variable speed on that first one and just lightly seat it. And then go across from him catty corner. This is we're gonna set the plate square. Okay. And now these other guys. So we're just easing it up to the plate to make sure the plate's gonna be square. Everything's gonna work as it's designed. Now There's no screw torque, so. And see, here I'm hunting for a fucking screw. It almost wasn't worth me using the fucking drill. Let that be a lesson, kids. So what I'm going to do now is take my hand screw. I'm going to look at the neck first. Look at the pocket. Look at the gap around the pocket. We might have to adjust it laterally at the head to correct the string spacing. That is a possibility. It's not super often, but it can happen. So that's that in a nutshell. Put the neck on. I'm gonna take the hand screwdriver and just come back and see, these are pretty close to being where they're gonna be anyway. And you don't crank on them screws. Hell, you can warp the neck plate. You don't have to crank on them. You just got to make sure everything's seated with itself. It's not like you're bolting a cylinder head onto the engine and you're making a hermetic seal. Then you're getting into torque. The torque spec, all the torque spec on that shit is how far you're stretching that bolt, because the bolt stretching provides a clamping force. Whereas in wood, it's not so much that you're wanting to apply a whole lot of clamping force, because this is a pretty damn precise joint. You just don't want it to move. So you don't need to really crank on them screws that fucking hard. Don't be afraid to check them and see if they're tight. But basically, you don't want them any tighter than you can just do with one hand pretty comfortable. Okay, you don't want to put any, and that's with a manual screwdriver in your hand. Something that's not, I mean, this is kind of big handled, but it's more like what you can do like this, as opposed to putting a whole fist on it and torquing. I'm not torquing with the arm. You want them tight, but not too tight. That's the gist of that. This neck carve is like, I think probably straight 900. Yeah, I think it's about a straight 9. No, that's about a 950 at the heel. At the head, it might be 875. C-shaped. But this is when they started getting chunky. At the later part of the 2000s, these necks started getting some chunk to them. It's a good, comfortable neck. But Brownie, you're gonna go sit. Oh hell! Let's move the Ibanez body somewhere here. Put the Ibanez body in that chair. The Ibanez is going to get its frets leveled. If I have to go to the Walmart and get, or somewhere and get sticky sandpaper for the beam, and I need to check the beam with my, with a straight edge, and just give it a look, make sure it's as straight as I think it is. I think it's damn straight. By the eye, it's super straight. Yeah, I think it's straight enough to do frets with. I'll bet you that is. It's definitely within a thou. If I was being cocky, I'd say it's within a half thou, so 0.0005 with a quote at the end. for inches. Oh, what's that in microns? It's two microns per tenth, basically. It's 2.54. 1/10 is 2.54 microns. Micron is a thousandth of a millimeter. So in microns, that would be, what did I say, 5? Let's see. 12.5 microns. So 0.00125. If you're in metric land watching this, which has happened. I've got worldwide subscribers, nice people. 150 of you watch these. Well, you've clicked subscribe 150 times. 150 people have clicked subscribe. Viewership is not that high, but that's okay. It is what it is. I'm sure things will grow organically or they won't. I don't give a damn. I ain't looking for viewership numbers. I'm just looking to say that, hey, here's public record that I taught you guys something. I shared some knowledge. Because all the knowledge that gets shared with me through this thing, with the people I've watched, I figured if they give knowledge freely, then why shouldn't I? Huh? All I'm doing is taking a little Dunlop guitar cleaner and just cleaning this thing up. Old ass bottle, Formula 65. It's not Gibson tone polish, Nelson, but it'll do. That's that's the guy. He's a Canadian guy. He and I actually have a lot in common. I don't know what the fuck that wire came off. Where the fuck that came from? Must have came from the bin. I would assume. Anyway, he and I are both stay-at-home dads. So, that's something we've kind of talked about. You can say what you want about that. I think it's cool as shit to hang out with my kid all day and do chores. Now, if you see these three things, and this is not a full humbucker size right here, you've got a Mexican body. More than likely. I think Squires are different. Well, and you'll see you've got a serial number in here. MO. It's a serial barcode. You're gonna have some pencil lines. It's just there's shit in here that you cannot fucking fake. Okay. This is black shielding paint, and then they spray the finish. They either spray the finish and then mask. They probably mask this off. They probably spray this and mask this off, I guess. I don't fucking know. When they do the sunburst. But then they come around here and do your colors for the sunburst. And then they shoot clear on it. They wind up shooting clear on that and that. And there's pencil marks in here and stuff. I mean, you can tell pretty readily. I got some sort of hole right there. I wonder if that's where my wires are gonna go. That's probably a hole they've used during the manufacture of the body. And I have to do some modifications to the red guitar's body, but nothing to nothing that's gonna like cutting a horn off with a fucking scroll saw or something along those lines. So Brownie's bark, turn around, put Brownie in here. I don't want to take the neck off red. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Pop the neck on red. But that is going to be another video. Called Tearing Down Red.